So because January has had such a lackluster beginning to the release of games, I couldn't even name really anything that came out this month, even though I know some stuff did and is coming out because it is not quite the end of the month just yet. It is the 28th, so never mind. Maybe there really isn't anything coming out, unless some stuff comes out on Tuesday, which I think is the 31st, but I'm not sure. But anyway, since not a lot has been coming out, and people have misinterpreted that when I talked about it in Shank or Fallout, when I started that up, I don't remember which one, people have misinterpreted it as nothing good is coming out for the rest of the year, and nothing good is coming out for the first quarter, which isn't true. There's some stuff coming out in February and March, assuming that the release dates that I had looked at are correct and don't get moved. Of course, that's assuming. You know, and doing videos for so long, I always kind of have to leave something so that if I am wrong, there's room to interpret that I wasn't saying that I'm 100% sure that this is happening. Just like with this game and the series that I said that I would probably not be going to, which there was once upon a time in the old layout, it had said that this was under a low chance type of thing, but that was listed there a very long time ago because people had kept asking about it, and at one point, for various reasons, I didn't want to do it because I didn't want people to point out the items that I missed and blah blah blah. But when you do this for long enough, as in upload videos to YouTube, especially in the gaming section, you will eventually, if you keep at it long enough, become immune to how many people say that you absolutely suck at the game, how you're missing this item that has pretty much no apparent value, and, you know, you sound like you're gay, you sound like, you know, whatever, so you'll get that a lot. Eventually you just stop caring, unless you have a really sensitive personality. Usually people either quit or just stop caring, and probably roughly two years ago or so, I just stopped caring. Maybe a year and a half, like, you can say I suck at the game and I'll just read it and be like, cool. Before I would respond and be like, no, that's not true, you should do better. And now I'm like, cool, thanks for your comment and the view. At any rate, I don't know why I just went to credits. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, like I just explained why this was listed under low chancing on me able to record it, or me going to record it. The game series is good. Like, I had no problem with the game itself, or 2 for that matter, even though a lot of people didn't like 2 as much. I had no problem with the series. It was just like I didn't want people to be all bitchy. But that was a long time ago. Like, I really don't care. Point out every goddamn stupid thing I miss. I don't really care. Talk about the ammo that I miss that I don't care about. So we'll just go medium because I'm a little bitch, of course. You know, all the hard difficulty pro try-hard MLG groups are gonna be like, oh, he's not playing on hard, oh my god, can't believe it. But we'll be doing Bioshock, possibly Bioshock 2, and whenever the fuck Infinite comes out, which I believe is the 3rd title in the series. I may be wrong, don't quote me on that.
Son, you're special.
Also, where the hell are my subtitles, man? I set this up.
Great things.
I set this up for subtitles. Everyone's gonna complain. Now I gotta stop the series.
Right.
Where the hell are my subtitles at? I checked like 8 times to make sure that subtitles were on and all that, and I thought that there were subtitles in the opening cutscene, but apparently I was wrong. So I might have to check that. That, or there's just no subtitles in the cutscene. Subtitles in this game are kind of spotty anyway, I've noticed, from doing some sound tests and whatnot. If the sound is too low or too high, hopefully it's better if the sound is too low. That way it doesn't completely negate my commentary. I can adjust it as need be, but most people really only care. Well, I won't say they really only care, but I'd say they would care mostly about the dialogue, because it is nice to be able to hear what people are saying, and for those times where I'm an ignorant asshole and just talk over them, subtitles are good, so that's what we're gonna do. This also seems a little like, maybe I should do that, some of that. Subtitles are on, both of them, like all subtitles are on, okay. That's cool. I also am not sure if the audio will take effect, the audio changes. I don't know if they'll take effect until I restart the game, but, you know, we can always go on. as much testing and whatnot as I do, there's always room for error and room for what people will think are the correct audio settings for them. You know, it's difference of opinion, I guess. Usually it's a majority opinion though. So like I'll think, "Oh, this sound is good," and then people will say, "Oh, wait, it's way too freaking quiet. Maybe you should boost that up." But I spent a little bit of time messing around with the audio and whatnot to try and make sure that it was at least decent in the startup time. I haven't played Bioshock for a very long time. Probably the last time that I had played and beaten Bioshock was when the game approximately released, which was prior to doing any YouTube stuff. Fancy that. I'm pretty sure by the time Bioshock 2 came out, I was doing YouTube stuff, and that's kind of where the whole thing like spawned, where I didn't want to do it because I was still in that stage of giving a shit about the negative things people said. And I apparently have far evolved / transcended above that. I believe transcended is the word I'm looking for. Either way, you know, I don't care. Say what you want. There you go. Let me have some advertising.
I am Andrew Ryan.
Subtitles!
And I'm here to ask you a question.
What's your question?
Is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow?
No, he's not.
No, says the man in Washington.
I don't live in Washington, though.
No, says the man in the Vatican. It belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow. It belongs to everyone.
See what I'm talking about with subtitles?
I rejected those answers. Instead, I chose something different. I chose the impossible.
He chose Rapture, didn't he?
I chose Rapture.
Oh, I knew it. Well, anyway, as you can see with the subtitles, it just kind of lists like a big paragraph.
The artist would not fear the censor. Where the
Like that.
scientist would not be bound by petty morality. Where the great would not be constrained by the small. And with the sweat of your brow, Rapture can become your city as well.
That's great. A lot of times they disappear a little early, except for there. They were fine there. They showed up a little late, but who gives a shit? I don't program games. I don't know how hard it is, and I couldn't do it anyway. So kudos, developers, for being way better than I am.
The lighthouse is all lit up like hellfire. Looks like some kind of plane crash. We're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. How could it? I don't know. You best get over there. And be quick about it. The splicers are coming. You gotta be kidding. How do you know someone's even coming? We gotta find the spirit way down. That means we've got company.
Of course someone's in it. Where else was I gonna go? I was in a horrific plane crash. At any rate, yeah, we were in a plane crash and just kind of thrown, like, away from it somehow. I don't know, like, how we were completely unscathed in that crash and thrown clear of the wreckage. But you know what? I'm not dead, so I don't care.
One more minute. The spear's coming up now. Johnny, security's banging off all over. Get a move on.
I didn't mean no trespass. Just don't hurt me. Just let me go. Just my gun.
If he had a gun, why didn't he just use it? Because he just said, take my gun. Like, he could have used it. I think Johnny deserved to die then. If he has a gun and he's not going to use it against someone with a bunch of little hook blades, some sickles, or some hooks, whatever they are.
Is it someone new?
No, I was just on vacation. Like, I just felt like coming back to this shithole for no reason as you climb on my bathysphere of doom and cut it up. She can't get in, though. I'm 99% sure that she cannot get in here, though. I think she just got a little bit of a shock. At any rate. Oh, she just disappeared.
Would you kindly pick up that shortwave radio?
How about that?
I don't know how you survived that plane crash, but I've never been one to question Providence. I'm Atlas, and I aim to keep you alive. Now keep on moving. We're gonna have to get you to higher ground.
I'm also pretty sure there's, like, not really a sprint in this game.
Deep breath.
Kinda sucks.
I won't need to draw out of hiding, but you're gonna have to trust me.
She's gonna wrap us in a sheet.
Just a bit border. How do you like that, sister? Now, would you kindly find a crowbar or something? Bloody splicer, seal Johnny in before they... Goddamn